Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now left side on the swing pass. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. From the gun, Curtis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Second and 16. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's long. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is end of the weekend in the NFC. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Curtis. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. They'll run on first down. Hensley. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On second down now, Hensley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Curtis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all-time?
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here he is is the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On second down, Hensley takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. To throw on third down, Curtis. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Curtis. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Curtis. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. Pressure comes and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
On third down, Curtis going up top.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down.
Here's Hyde. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Houston set to take over.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1. He finds his man, complete. That's French. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Back to throw here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Armadillos have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Curtis. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 3rd down, Hensley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Curtis. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Back to throw. Curtis being chased out left. Now the ball comes loose, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 down at the 31. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down now. It's French. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Looking for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come with...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now heading back out there, here's the defense. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Throwing after the interception, Curtis. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go. When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hensley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Curtis. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. To throw on third down, Curtis. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, it's Hyde. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. On second down, it's French. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll run on first down. French, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On second down now, it's French. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 14 yards.
And the Armadillos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts the defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. On second down, it's French, and I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And this one's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's French. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back.
Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Armadillos extend their lead yet again.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On third down, Curtis. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
We play to win.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. The Giants don't want to give up on the playoffs just yet, as they get back to 500 at 7-7 and keep their slim hopes alive. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
2nd and 2. He finds his man complete. It's Harrington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here we go.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's French. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Well, they bring their punter out there now. He's been terrific so far. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. From the gun on 3rd down, Curtis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing on 1st down, Curtis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Hensley, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
What's the deal, y'all?
So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd and 4. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's French. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now
in trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's French. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So they bring out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To throw on 3rd down, Curtis. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Hyde. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down now, it's French looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll keep it on the ground. French, running right through him. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's long. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. On first down, it's French. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's French. Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Armadillos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first and 10, Curtis. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Curtis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now here's a throw that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Curtis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, Curtis. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Curtis. Forced out to his left. Broken tackle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards that time out of the scramble.
But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. They just get their assignments down. They get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. French. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
106 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They'll run on 1st down. It's French. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for Houston. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Second and 15.
Here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50.
From the gun, Curtis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Curtis. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. On the return, it's Hyde. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Houston's offense taking over again, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. On 1st down, French, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French, and he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 35. 113 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. On 3rd down, French, and a short gain down to about the 33. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Mike 13. He's coming.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 4th down conversions this drive now 3 for 3.
I'd love to get a look at his play chart right now because he obviously has confidence in everything he has written down in terms of short yardage and going for it on 4th down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's French. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.